as you go to MetLife on Sunday that you're starting over?
Yeah, I think so. And I think we've taken a good approach as a team and as a group in the locker room of, everybody that was a part of what happened last year so badly wants to get back to that AFC Championship game and change that outcome. And I think the guys have done a really good job of not, we can't overlook anything. We can't, we can't look to that AFC Championship game and say, wait till we get there and we change what happened. We got to take every day, every week, every meeting of preparation as seriously as possible, and the rest will take care of itself, and we'll end up back there again.
I just asked Calais to give us a perspective on the offense after August. And he talked about if you guys just give them the running game and points to start, early points. So give us your perspective of that defense coming out of August and what they bring to you and how they
of our defense. I think off of what Calais has said, being able to run the ball kind of and being efficient in the passing game. Obviously taking some shots when we get the chances, but making sure we're getting completions and moving the change and controlling the time of possession and not turning it over. I think we'll be fine. Kind of a cliche saying that we always talk about is in every possession and a kick, whether a punt, field goal, or extra point. And if we're able to do that and not put them in bad situations, not turn the ball over deep in our own territory. Going 3 and out and leaving them with some short fields. If we're able to move the chains, be efficient, run the ball, and move the chains, like I just said, again, I think we'll be okay. I realized as I was saying that I just said it.
To you, do they look as good, ready to start the season, as they do to people on the outside?
Yeah, I mean, they've been incredible, and it's really good work for us to get to go against them every day. I think it's only helped, our young receivers going into their second year, and Dede and Keelan, to go against Jalen and AJ every day, and some guys up front getting the opportunity to play against Calais and Malik and Marcel and Yannick, and everybody there we got. It's only made everybody better, I think, going against them.
How has Dante grown within the offense since he got here?
It's been huge. When he showed up, just looking at him, it's kind of like big body, runs really well. He's got good hands, good ball skills, super smart, picked up the system pretty quickly. And then you get to see him play, and, I think the thing that sticks out to me is the 2 big slant routes he's run. He had a good slant he ran against Minnesota, and then obviously the big one against New Orleans in preseason 3. That's just something that we haven't necessarily seen in a while. A guy that's able to go out there and press coverage and win on a slant and beat a guy one-on-one and get inside. He's been able to do that, and I think he'll be able to be a threat in the red zone when we get down there as well. So I think he's been super impressive, and it's going to be a big part of our offense.
Last year you were a kind of an unknown quantity as a team. People didn't have you on the radar. This year you're obviously on everybody's radar. How's that? Do you think it'd be different the way teams and defenses in particular prepare?
I think it's exactly what you said. The only thing that changes is the outside perspective. We thought, I think as a locker room and as a team, we feel the same going into this year as we did last year as far as expectations and what we want to do. But it's for sure, I think, less of an underdog story, I guess. And like you said, more teams are ready and I think prepared. And it's not necessarily the Jaguars of old where, the team shows up and everybody kind of assumes they're going to beat the Jags. That's not the team that we have here anymore. So I think, going into it, obviously playing in the AFC Championship game last year, there's more of a target on our back, and I think everybody understands that, but I don't think it changes the mindset of anybody. We expect to prepare all week long and go in and be successful and efficient and come out with a win.
You mentioned after your last preseason game how much you're kind of fixated a little bit on getting that completion percentage up a little bit more. What about in terms of picks? Do you actually think going into the season that is like single digits the realistic goal? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. Every year I played in the NFL, I think if you can have single-digit interceptions, that's a really good year. The touchdowns will come. Some years are bigger than others. That's all, I think up and down and changing. But as far as focusing on the turnovers and the picks, if you can stay under 10, I think that's a successful year.
I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Doug on Monday. If I can give you 15 more touchdowns this year, passes, but you have to take the 5 interceptions with it, are you taking it?
No. Do I get -5 interceptions if I say the same? No. Like I said, touchdown. That's game plan specific, big play specific. Sometimes guys are going to bust some. Every now you'll throw a screen for a 50-yard touchdown. Stuff like that happens in certain years, and then it doesn't sometimes. But I think as long as you're controlling and limiting those interceptions as much as possible, you'll be in a good position.
Outside of knowing the offense better, and the familiarity with Nate and that stuff, where's your biggest growth been, you think, over the last year?
I think I'd say third down, run game. I think you hone in as a quarterback, first learning the system. You're so focused on the pass game and making sure you got that down. Because as a quarterback, that's kind of what everybody's worried about and making sure you're on point with. But I think getting us in the right runs and then protections on third down, I think have grown a lot. And part of that is the reps of going through all last year with Nate's system and seeing as many looks as we did and as many different things. You kind of, not that you see everything, every game you go in and you see something that they didn't necessarily show you before, but you've seen it somewhere else. You've had that adjustment already made, so you get an opportunity and a chance to fix it on the sidelines. So I think, kind of just honing in on our protection rules and continuing to get better and picking up pressures.
Did that help you cut the turnovers down last year? Was that a big factor?
I think so. Anytime you can kind of keep guys away from you, and there's always a chance that somebody gets beat up front, but schematically you try as best you can to make sure there's a body for everybody coming, and I think when you do that, you create as a quarterback yourself your best chance to throw in a clean pocket, which I think helps with those turnovers.
There was so much talk all offseason about how you looked different or had grown. On the Wednesday before the season, do you feel that?
I feel good. I feel we still got a couple days, to get ready, but I think we got a good plan. I think the guys are taking well to it and working on it, and we got a couple more days to get reps in on all this stuff. But I think we're in a good spot. I feel that I'm in a good spot, and some of the things we've talked about earlier as far as taking care of the ball and being efficient. I feel as though I'm the best that I've been, thus far in my career in those categories. Obviously still got a long ways to go and much more to improve on, but feel good going into it.
Obviously, you're pretty busy between series, but without that, would you try to keep an eye on Jalen Odell? Is that intriguing, that matchup?
Yeah, I think anytime you get two guys like that are as big of stars as they are, everybody wants to watch it, So we'll get our corrections made, make sure everything's set offensively for the next series, and peek up there as much as possible to see what's going on with them. So, I know they'll both be ready and fired up, so it'll be fun to watch.
It's AJ, though. AJ will get him too, right? I mean, is there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing defensively. Who's guarding them? But I'm sure.
Well, you would have the same level of confidence.
Of course.
With AJ on him.
Yeah. I think both those guys are incredible. Both of them are extremely good corners, and I think can cover anybody in the NFL. So anytime you get a chance to watch them play, it's special.
When you're in practice, which one of those guys gives you more trouble?
Yeah, pick your poison. Just throw whichever one you want. It's going to be a challenge.
Any chance that Jalen can get under Odell's skin as much as he did AJ Green?
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt it. Jalen's got a good skill of getting inside guys' heads. So, and that's part of his game, and I think people know that. So he's going to do whatever he can to put himself and the defense in the best position to make stops and get us the ball, and whatever that calls for, whatever it may be. I know that collectively as a group we'll do it. Thanks, guys.
Telvin will be down here shortly. Makes athletic shoes, but they also make sandals.
Correct. Well, I didn't realize Uggs made anything but boots and sword.
The more you know. After that. Oh!
I feel you.
What's up?
Mortal service.
Yeah,
like
representing,
So, how difficult is it to plan for a rookie like Saquon who doesn't really have that much pro tape?
Right. I don't. It's tough because you can't look at tape, and I don't want to go back and look at college because that's a different type of ball to me. So different mindset. So it's tough, but I get the job done.
Miles said he would go back and watch as much as he could of Saquon's college films. Do different guys just sort of prepare different ways?
Yeah. A lot of guys like to get a lot of different looks, a lot of different feels for what's coming, and it's a mindset thing for me. I just don't want to. he's a different guy than he was then. Even though this is going to be his first game, I feel like he's trained and put himself in a position to have a great career. So, you know, I got to go out there and make sure I'm ready on how I got to be.
So what's the shirt? The Bortles shirt?
Yeah, it's just a shirt that came out last year, actually, you know. And today, our first day, I felt like, you know, showing love.
Where'd it come?
I think some guys on the team made it, and I got one. Everybody didn't get one. I think it was an offensive O-line thing. Yeah, and I got one. Border service. He's no, he's servicing. He's a servant leader to us, you know. He just nah, don't kill my guy. Don't do that to my guy. Right, true. He's a servant leader, you know, a leader of the team. You know, he serves his team. You know what I mean? He our quarterback. Our quarterback.
I know, but it was a playoff, right? Okay.
Yeah, you saw me? He's my quarterback.
You pride yourself as one of the bigger trash talkers in the game. Do you prepare in terms of looking at what who you're gonna target, what you're gonna say?
You know, anybody can get it. You know, and that's the thing that I don't try and single guys out. It's not like I'm saying like, heck yeah, I'm finna go out to Saquon and you know say this and you know single him out. It's not that. It's whoever gets it, whoever's standing there, whoever make a move. Hey, I can see if Miles hit you, you finna get a little ear. if Malik threw you down and I saw it ain't had nothing to do with the play, I'm gonna come talk a little bit of noise to you, let you know that we there and we seen that. You know what I mean? And I think it just keeps me into the game. It keeps me locked in. It keeps that edge.
How is there part of you guys collectively that love the task of living up to the hype? I mean, this game alone is built, your defense against these star guys of New York. I mean, you guys like the fact that people are talking about that and you've got to live up to it.
Yeah, but I think it's more so of us living up to what we want, what we expect. A lot of people are going to expect a lot of different things. Even when the show gets started, a lot of people's narratives might change, but I was not. You know what I mean? I was going to stay the same. So it ain't hard when it's how should I say, the norm for you to go out and see a spectacular play or we expect that, or we expect to go out and be great and to dominate games. So if you feel some kind of way when you do something little around here, then you're going to get looked at like, bro, come on. You know what I mean? We do that day in, day out. Yeah, and so I think it's just a standard more so than this is what we got to live up to, this is what we got to do.
You think that A.J. Boye maybe gets overlooked a little bit just because of who he plays on the other side of with? You know?
Definitely. I would say in his own right, both of them are great corners. But they say, you know, our generation, especially now, everybody likes an outspoken guy or likes to gravitate towards controversy, and you know that Jalen gonna say what he want to say, so that's why everybody gravitates towards him. And he came out and said that, and I think because AJ didn't say it as much, you know, that he's the best or he number one corner, people kind of start to go, and that's something that you. I think now guys are starting to learn that, especially coming out in the draft. You see it all the time. Oh, I'm the best player. I'm the number one. Because as soon as you start to say it, then somebody else will. But if you don't, you know, nobody's saying it.
Would you like to have a front row seat with a box of popcorn for Jalen Odell?
No. I would miss out on my little shot on him. You know what I mean? No. I don't want any popcorn in this game. You know what I mean? I want to be a part of this movie. This is going to be a good one.
Something more to opening day when it's in New York, when it's the Giants, when it's the big stage?
I think it's opening day anywhere. You can take us to the park around the corner and say it's opening day, and the fact that you know that it's the first one, you ain't did this in a while. It's a lot of anticipation of what the season gonna be like, what your team gonna be like as individuals, what you gonna come out and be like. It's just opening day is opening day for any sport. I think it has that. So no matter where it's at, you know, we wish we could have came out here to Duval and open it up, but you know, we're gonna get our shot.
The emotion you showed with Puz, him being captain, does that make being named a captain again mean that much more to you?
I think it doesn't have so much to do with him because he was on the team last year. This is a new team, I think it's humbling because I earned these guys respect because these guys love me, and because they see how much I love them and dedicate me to them. So that's more so what it is for me. This is that they definitely earn my respect, and I'm happy that I earned theirs to say I'm their captain. I'm one of them.
When do you think everybody fully, I mean, Blake had 16 was rough and early start to 17. When do you think everybody really just said, this is our guy, we're riding with 5, is like you guys used to say?
Last year, I'm telling you, we came in and understood who we were as a team, what we got to do as a team, our strengths and our weaknesses, and we attacked it and went at it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a lot of players and or a lot of things that can be said or have been said. But at the end of the day, the guy's a baller. He's won games. He's won playoff games. It's quarterbacks that can't say that they've done that. Highly rated quarterbacks in this league that has won playoff games. So, you know, that's my quarterback. Listen, I don't have no tears for you. It's all smiles around here.
How excited are you to play a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback?
How excited am I? I mean, I'm thankful for every opportunity that I step on the field. Again, once you start looking at the people and opponents, I think that's when you start to kind of say, like, you know, this is what he done and all of this. You can't worry about that. You know, this is a game of what have you done for me today? What you gonna do out here today? So, you know, as we've seen, quarterbacks can go out and have monster games. Quarterbacks can go out and not have the best game. So I'm not really worried about, you know, looking into who we playing or individuals. We know they got a great team. We're gonna give them their respect. We're gonna go out there and give them a great game.
How much does it matter to you as a team and as a defense that you have people acknowledging what you are nationally?
Yeah, I mean, it's respect. Again, I think it goes back into what I just said, how Jalen said he the #1 corner. We came out saying that we the best. Since last year, we've been saying that we the best. And I think that goes into it. If you don't believe you the best and you not speaking on it, then who believe it and who gonna say it? Because we obviously know the past history of the Jacksonville Jaguars, so we gotta go hard for it like this. We gotta say it every day, every interview. We the best team. We the best defense in this league. We just gotta go play and perform.
So when you start seeing national guys picking you to win the Super Bowl and this stuff, does it do anything for you?
They only believe in what we told them, and that's what it is. If we never said it, everybody would be questioning that, saying is this that. But because we believe it so much, and everybody see the belief that we have, now everybody buying into it.
What's it like playing behind this defensive line with the amount of talent they have?
Man, you see, I became a Pro Bowler. You understand me? All-Pro guy. You know what I mean? And that's thanks to my defensive line, defensive back. So, you know, that shows it right there. Me and Malik actually had that conversation the other day. I said, hey, you know, I ain't become Pro Bowler. You got here. You ain't become Pro Bowler. You ain't become Pro Bowler. You got here. So we all help each other and pushing each other to where we want to go and achieving everything that we want to achieve together. And that's how we're going to get there.
Running backs by their offensive linemen watching and stuff. You might have to do the same.
Well, you know, those guys, nah, it's love. It's love. Hey, I'm telling you, we're going to see. We're going to see. Super Bowl time.
He's got the shorts on.
You see me? Hey, come on, chill. All right, no problem. Appreciate it.
Maybe offer them some Bortles.
Yeah.